I think by the time we upload this video, we probably have 6K subscribers, which I'm celebrating today, which is why you see me matching with those balloons. With those balloons back there. My mobile fell. I have like 100 phones at the moment. Well, I just switched to an iPhone. Somebody told me it's gonna be better for me. Yeah, so there's this transition going on at the moment. I also chose the worst day to do this video today because I'm having a really bad hair day, but I think that's, well, what's more important today in this video is that what are the lessons that I learned from Ali Abdaal. I have recently been watching his channel quite a lot actually, because I really wanted to see what I can learn, and then I wanted to make a video on that. So by watching Ali Abdaal's channel on repeat for the past so many weeks now, what I have learned is, I think my number one thing that I've learned, yes, there are people from the UK who can also make it on YouTube. That was my first thing that I learned, and I was really happy to see that, obviously. In my mind, I always thought that it's always the LA people and maybe from California, you know, who make it big on YouTube and who are probably the only people that others want to watch. I also had a lot of concepts about race in my mind, which I'm gonna get to in a minute. Clearly, I thought nobody from the UK ever made it, so what are the chances of me ever making it anyway? Which is also why I never really took my channel that seriously anyway. I think for me, my channel has always been a hobby kind of a thing, you know? Until quite recently, somebody told me that they really like how I speak and they really like the things that I say or what they can learn from me. Apparently people find me very inspiring and motivating, and I think that is also my goal. I never want to be on social media if I have nothing nice to teach or to say. If there is nothing you can take away from my video, I don't even want to make a video. Does that make sense? That is one thing I saw from Ali's video also, that he really likes to bring content in a way where you would take away something from the video and learn something from it, and I think that's the best way to be. He has this teacher in him, which I can kind of relate to in a way, because I like the same things too. You know, I like to be productive too. I like to be very well organized. I have a little bit of OCD, which kind of helps me in the process also, but I like to teach. I like to inspire. I like to motivate. I like to encourage. But did I ever take my YouTube in a very serious way? Well, when it comes to that, not really. And I just, no. It's just recently that a lot of people have started to really encourage me so much more, that they want to see so much more from me, that I started to think, okay, this could be a serious thing, you know? But then I see around and it's like, okay, how many people from the UK or maybe London have really made it? I only knew maybe less than a handful of people. Maybe I'm not very well exposed to them, or maybe I just don't know they exist. Maybe they do. I don't know. But what I learned from his channel was, yes, you can make it, Isha, you can. So the second thing that I learned by watching Ali Abdaal's videos or his channel, I had this thing in my mind where I thought it's only a certain races that can actually be good in, whether it's entertainment or even on YouTube. Wherever you publicly are seen or speak, in my mind, I thought it's maybe the white people. You know, they get a lot more appreciation, they move forward. There's a lot of people we have seen who are white and they make it and whatever. So in my mind, I thought it's only the white people. The LA people, the California people, or maybe from New York or Manhattan or whatever, you know, all those fancy places. That's what I thought. Or maybe it's the black people, you know, who really love supporting each other. I see this kind of movement within the black community that they speak up for themselves and they like to encourage each other, to support each other. And so I see this shift and movement within the black community, which I, of course, appreciate and I love that. But now coming back to us people, I honestly thought, okay, who would ever want to watch a brown girl speaking? Why would a brown person even make it big on YouTube? Why? How? Does it even ever happen? I'm actually having the worst hair day. Today is the day I chose to make a video. Awesome. Ali Abdaal has amassed this audience from literally all walks of life, all races, all cultures, all countries, all religions, and all ages. I think the lesson learned here is that as long as you keep making quality content and you have something of quality to teach or preach or to convey, there is no race limit or age limit or cultural limit or even religious limit. You know, as long as you are doing the right thing and you know what you're doing, there will always be somebody who wants to be associated with your content, you know. So that's one thing I learned, and it opened my mind basically. And also the fact that he's from Pakistan. Of course I am as well. You know, I always thought, okay, brown people usually don't really appreciate each other that much. If anything, they really do pull each other's leg a lot more than anything nice, you know. And maybe again I'm wrong, I don't know. So I'm really kind of curious at this point whether Ali Abdaal has a lot of brown audience, or is it majorly other races. Like, that's something I'm not really sure of. I would like to know if he's watching this. Maybe let me know down in the comments below. But I would like to know if there is a lot of our own community appreciating each other or uplifting each other or showing some support and stuff like that. I would like to know, because in my mind I thought it doesn't happen, right? Even I think in my personal life, I see a lot of whites and blacks who are always supporting me, always with me, on my team or whatever, even on social media, you know. And when it comes to our own people, there's this selective group of people that are so nice to you, that are like with you since forever. And I know those people by names and by their profile pictures, and that's a set number of people, right? It's not majorly the brown people. And I'm not shaming our own people, but of course I'm brown, so to be honest, I can speak on that, right? We are truly not very appreciative of each other. We are always judging each other a lot more than we judge other races and other cultures, and especially if it's a girl, honey. Well, before anybody comes for me, let me just quickly run away and move on to our next point. So our next point will be consistency and persistency. That is another lesson I've learned by watching his channel. And I think in one of his videos he also talked about this, how if you decide to make one video every week for your YouTube channel, let's say, and you keep doing that consistently over a period of, I don't know, 2 years, did he say? Yes. Then there is no way that you won't succeed. I mean, you will get somewhere, right? To me, that made so much sense, because I was, to be honest, even to this date, I procrastinate, especially on the day I have to do recordings. I'm really good at editing on the go. I just do those things quite quickly. I don't even do that many advanced things at this point anyway. But I think when it comes to recording, that's the main thing. I have to always get that out of the way, right? I'm really good at writing and scripting. I know what to talk. I can speak a lot. But the day I have to do recordings for YouTube, I am procrastinating all the time. It takes me a good few hours to get into that mindset. I'm hungry, then I have to go out, then I have to take a break. All these extra distractions and things start coming in my mind that make me go crazy, and then I don't even record, and I take a good few hours to get everything sorted, and then I sit down and start recording by the time it's already evening. Yeah, I'm just telling you, this is my problem at the moment that I'm facing, and I'm trying to solve this problem also. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna manage, okay? So the lesson that I learned here was, okay, some things just have to be done and they have to be out of the way already. There is no questioning that or doubting that. Especially talking me with my recording days, really bad days. And it's usually always every Sunday, which is today, by the way, that I'm recording this. I dedicate one whole day, Sunday, to recordings. I make a few reels, I record a few TikToks, some YouTube videos and stuff like that, and maybe edit some photos. So that is what I do every single Sunday. And I don't do anything else on Sunday. So I know by the time Sunday ends, I know I get all of these things sorted. Whether it takes me 1 hour or 5 hours, I know by the end of the night, I'll get it all done anyway. So that's one good thing that I've done for myself, which is to dedicate one whole day just to this task and do nothing else. It really helps me stay a bit more, I don't know, structured and organized. And I feel like all these small changes I was only able to make after watching his channel, because I feel like he is very organized. And even though when he appears on screen, it's like flawlessly he speaks and it seems like everything is flawlessly just done. But yeah, I know work goes into it, and a lot of consistency and persistency goes into it. If I have decided that I have to do 2 videos a week, which I tend to do, but I also sometimes get this burnout and then I just stop. And then I think to myself, okay, you know what? YouTube is like a hobby for me anyway, so it's okay. I can post a video whenever I like, and then whenever I want, I'm not going to post for a few months. And that is so bad, because as they say, how you do one thing in your life, that's exactly how you're going to do other things in your life also. So I really want to be consistent. And it's so funny, because when it comes to consistency, it's something you have to keep applying, actually every day. It's like this regular application and execution of whatever it is that you have to do. And that is the hardest part. You know, I can come on screen all ready, done up, whatever, and everything may look perfect and seamless and so flawless. But that itself is a process to get there, to get it all sorted. The editing, the lighting, I don't know, the recording, the scripting sometimes, the ideas, the brainstorming, the thumbnails, the descriptions, the tags, everything. Oh my god, it's a lot of work. YouTube is actually such a full-time job. I never realized this before. Again, when I started watching his channel, I realized there's a reason why people have teams and teams that work on their channels. There is a reason why, because it does take a lot of work. And coming back to our first 2 points, I think another lesson that I learned was that YouTube can be your full-time job where you can also make money. I think with me, it has never been my main source of income at all anyway, because I just started very randomly and I just never took it seriously anyway. Up until recently, just because of the feedback, and I thought, okay, if I can help people and they find me inspiring, then well, why not? Because it gives me a purpose and it gives me a reason to wake up every Sunday. You know, as I said, I dedicate Sundays for content recordings only, so you know, it gives me a purpose and a reason to wake up and do something productive and get ready and, you know, look into my notes and look into my scripts and stuff like that and get this sorted. So it's very inspiring for me to see that people can make a living from this also. As I said, I think my source of income has always been just Isha Cosmetics for the longest. That's my brand. Make sure you check it out if you like to, especially if you want nice big hair and really good skin, you know. So coming back to Ali Abdaal's point, if you keep consistently putting up videos, you can choose your pace, whether it's once a week or twice a week. Once you choose it, you stick to it. So it's this weekly application that you have to basically work on, and then you keep doing that for a period of time, and you will see that it will take off. It will pick off at one point, and I think that makes sense. That makes sense. That's like an easy method. It's an easy formula, easy application. You just have to keep doing this. You get somewhere. That opened my mind, and I think that is also why I became a bit more serious and consistent, let's say, with my channel. The last and the most important thing that I've learned from watching Ali Abdaal's videos is that it's okay to change fields. And I find it so funny talking about this, but I feel like I don't like to talk too much personal things on social media anyway, but I think I've always personally struggled with this thing where I've always had so much energy, even as a very young child or as a teenager. I had so much energy. I wanted to be everything. I wanted to be so many things. I wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to be a captain. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a model. I wanted to be a business person. I wanted to be everything. So I really liked exploring different fields to find out what do I like more. And then I get bored, and then I want to do something different. So I spent a good amount of my time, especially during teenage. I spent a lot of time sometimes exploring different things. Up until recently, I think I became a bit more peaceful and very mindful and conscious, and I'm very straight with my path. Like, I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm headed, I know where I'm going, and I'm not budging and I'm not moving. It's like a straight line that I'm following, and I'm not even taking a right or left at the moment. And it's been like this for quite some time, and I did that on purpose because I think the crazy or the creativity in me is always asking me to go different places and different directions, and I feel like it's not healthy for me because, you know, as they say, when you become a jack of all trades, then you are the master of none, and I don't want to be like that. I do want to be an expert at my field, an expert at skincare and hair care and at my business, and also now on YouTube, and that's all I want. You know, the branding around it, I'm gonna do everything for that, obviously, but other than that, I don't want to keep changing fields, and that's only what I've learned now. But in my mind, when I used to keep changing my fields, or even I wanted to change my education paths a few times because I was in the middle of, okay, do I please my parents and keep doing medicine, or do I just, and by the way, I did study biomedicine for 2 years and then dropped out because I was like, I just can't. It's just not me, I'm sorry. Nothing against it, it's amazing. I was just too colorful and just, I wanted fun, I wanted color, I wanted different things. I just didn't want to be in that kind of atmosphere and surroundings because it never made me happy. I was depressed every day almost, like it was so bad. But that is something I was trying to do, obviously, to please my parents. So now I changed and I study marketing and business, and it's like, oh wow, I'm having fun. But oops, my parents are just not happy with me. You know, so I've had that kind of a phase, and that was tough and funny at the same time. But I watch his channel and I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't feel guilty anymore about changing my fields, really, from going to biomedicine to, you know, then business and marketing. And now that I have a skincare brand, it's business, right? So, and even on YouTube, it is business. So anything that has to do with business, I'm in. That is one thing I have just stopped feeling guilty about. It's okay, I made a change at that time. That's something I had to. It does not make you a loser when you change paths and when you change fields. It just means you're growing up as a person, You are developing, you're exploring, and oftentimes developing yourself and exploring yourself includes a change of heart and a change of mind. That's just how it is. You can't resist that, you can't deny that. So yeah, I learned to be okay with the fact that we can change fields. And maybe 10 years down the line, or maybe even 20 years down the line, I may say, okay, I don't want to be associated with any kind of business anymore. Maybe I just want to do something else. I don't know, who knows? Maybe just meditate, or maybe just become the wife of a very rich person and just stay at home and be a housewife. You don't know what you want a few years down the line. You can't predict. Life takes you at different places, and you have to be okay with accepting those things the way they are. Also, don't mind that I have balloons at the back. They look a little funny, but yeah, well, my brother's birthday was a few days ago, and so I just had this balloon still lying there in the living room, and I just brought them up here because I thought they go so well with the shirt. And it's also a little bit of a celebration because by the time I upload this video, we are hitting 6K. And hopefully, maybe if another one of my video picks up a bit more and we could go to 60K very soon, you never know. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this helped you in some way. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really conveying any particular message here, which I usually do in my videos. I'm always talking about leveling up, grooming, and physical grooming, and also emotional stability and all of those kinds of things, especially for girls. I do that a lot. I also made some really useful videos recently about teenagers, so you may want to watch that. Or if you have a teenage girl or a boy at home, then I think that video will be like a very nice video for them. I will link it down below anyway for you guys, so you can check it out if you like. It will encourage them, motivate them to stay on the right path. I just shared my lessons that I wish at teenage somebody could have told me that, So those are the kinds of things that I've spoken about in that video. Now you may go and watch the rest of my videos. I shall see you in my next video, and also don't forget to hit the like button and slam that red hot button called subscribe.